Thailand presents Railfanning in the Fall, Season 5, Episode 2. Alrighty everyone, here is Episode 2 of Railfanning in the Fall, Season 5. Where we left off last was in Milton after we did the Railfan trip there. So if you haven't seen Episode 1, then please go ahead and watch it. Now let's get started with Episode 2, shall we? So on Wednesday, October 8th, I did another fall colors drive to Sparrow Lake. But all the way up there, we made a quick stop. So the first spot in Episode 2 of Railfanning in the Fall is at the Concession Road 13 crossing in Rathburn. Mile 80.54 on the Bala subdivision. And this is what the fall scenery looks like. Facing south, we got a lot of fall color beside the tracks you can see here. A great shot for northbounds. And facing north to the crossing with the mechanical bell. A lot of fall color around the corner you can see here. This spot is really quiet, with a pond and some telephone poles right beside the tracks. Basically, another fall scenery, another fall shot you can see here, with a lot of trees around the area. So that's what the fall scenery looks like at this crossing. It's been a while since I last been here. And apparently we got a southbound coming soon, and that being said 112. They're going to be meeting with Q107 at Brecken. We might move to a different spot for 107 though. But we came here to see what it looks like, and sure enough we got a southbound coming. Anyways, I'll pause for now until that southbound shows up, so see you in a bit. So I caught 6 trains that day. So let's get into them. So the first train that I caught is CN Z112. Coming out of Vancouver and is heading to Brampton Intermodal Terminal. It was led by CREX 2752 with a very also sitting K5H Elhorn. And for rear DPU is 2820. And that has 145 rail cars. And one of the axles on this train was smoking. And this came at 11:41 a.m. And by the way, it was going to be meeting with CN Q107 at Brecken and Via 1 at Pefferlaw, which will be coming up soon. After that, we continued our way to Sparrow Lake. And this is what the fall scenery looks like. Alrighty, so the next spot we are at is at the Torpitt road crossing near Sparrow Lake. Mile 94.5 on the Bala subdivision. And this is what the fall scenery looks like. You can see a lot of fall color right beside the tracks, you can see here. It is a beautiful drive to get down there. Facing south, we got a lot of fall color, you can see here by the curve. And of course we got that pond. And some fall color around the road too. And facing north, well, there's definitely a lot of color you can see here around the tracks and stuff. And then some fall color right at this curve you can see here. And then another pond too with more fall color way over there. So yeah, this is actually my second time coming to this spot. The first time was last year when for CN and CPKC Railfanning and I did a trip here when we caught the Northbound duo. But for now, we got CN Q107 coming. It passed Rishago not that long ago. And then 301 is not that far behind, so we're going to be catching the Canadian here today too, so yeah. So yeah, that's what the fall scenery looks like here. And the crossing is still the same since the last time. Still has the general sinus type 2 eval. Anyways, I'll pause over now. So the next train I caught is CN Q107. Coming out of Brampton and Tomo, and it's heading to Winnipeg. It was set by 2998 with a Roy also set in K5 feature horn, and the engineer gave me a horn salute. And trailing second is 3132. And that has 95 rail cars. And it was going to be meeting with CN M313 at Midura, which will be coming up soon. And this came at 12:34 p.m. Now here to explain the next train is the Stratford Railfanning. Take it away.
The next train that Tyler caught was via P001, heading from the Union Station in Toronto, Ontario, to the Pacific Central Station, Vancouver, BC. It is led by 6433, which the engineer gave you a horn salute and the conductor gave you a wave. And trailing in second is 6411. This guy's 22 passenger cars and 96 axles. And back to you, Tyler.
Thanks for doing that. And VL1 is going to be meeting with CN M314 at Woodward, which will be coming up soon. And this came at 1:16 p.m. After that, we went to get lunch, and then we headed south. I decided to head back to the Line 2 crossing Rathburn to catch CN M314. But unfortunately, when I got there, I missed CN Q101, which came in at Brampton in Motomo and is heading to Rubber Banks, BC. I missed the leader, and that being 3239, a 100-year anniversary GFO. But I managed to catch the DPU, and that being CREX 2766. And this came at 2:19 p.m. And there goes CN Q101, you can see here. Too bad we missed the leader, but at least I covered DPU, and that being CREX 2766. I have a feeling that the the leader is a GFO, so judging by how it was CREX as mid DPU, so oh well, no big deal if I missed this one. Not going to complain about it though, not like Hunter ever will.
Are you kidding me? We just missed a freaking westbound train, or eastbound train.
Anyways, 101 is meeting with 314 at Smale. So I'm not sure if 314 is going to stay in Smail for 105 because 105 is usually right behind 101. But I guess we have to wait and see. Anyways, while we wait for the next train to show up, I might as well do the fall colors tour right now. Hi, so we are back at the Line 2 crossing in Rathburn, mile 82.4 on the Bala subdivision. And this is what the fall scenery looks like. There's a lot of fall color you can see here around the tracks. And facing south to a curve, we got a lot of fall color you can see here. It's another quiet spot for sure. And there's even more fall color down this road too. And facing north to the signal, a lot more fall color you can see here. I've been to this spot a few times throughout the years, and I have to say this is one of my favorite spots to go with in the fall. And by the way, the rare Safe Trend Type 1 E-Bell is still there. It's actually still here, you can see here. It didn't get replaced for now. So I'm glad that bell is working really well. I'm wondering how long the bell has been here for. Maybe for a long time. So yeah. Anyways, that's what the fall scenery looks like right now. Possible now until 105 or 314 shows up. It honestly depends what's going to happen with 105. Not sure how close it's behind 101. So for now, I'm just going to possible now.
7. No alarms. Temperature 1. 4. C. Total axles 408. Speed 31.
408 axles on Q101 today. Very well. And it looks like 314 is already lined for here. So it looks like 314 is heading south. I guess they're meeting with 105 at Brecon. Hopefully we can see 105 today. And I just heard cleared departing Smail after the detector, so yeah. Anyways, let's see what 314 has today. I'll possible now. So the next train that I caught is CN M314. Coming into the 17 yard in Winnipeg and heading to the Macmillan yard in Fawn. It was set by 3286 by the way, also set in K5H Elhorn. Trailing second is 3396, which was originally BNSF 4575. And trailing third is 3408, which was originally BNSF 4969. And that has 108 freight cars and 454 axles. And it was going into Brecon to meet with CN Q105, which will be the next train. And this came at 2:47 p.m.
temperature 1, 4, C, total axle 4, 5, 4, speed 3, 8.
Alrighty, so the next and final spot that I'm at of the day is at the Concession Road 10 crossing in Alderney. Mile 77.55 on the Bala subdivision. And this is what the fall scenery looks like here. So facing south, we got some fall color you can see here. Not really a lot of color though, but some leaves are starting to change, you can see. And facing north, well, we got some more color over there, you can see here. And more color down there if you go from north, you can see to the signal. And right now the northbound signal is green. And that's for CN, Q105. I believe that's running today, LOL. So yeah, that's what the fall scenery looks like around the tracks. And over there too, some color. And yeah, over there too. I've been to this is my third time coming to this spot. And unfortunately, since the last time I was here, remember how there used to be a safe train mechanical bell? Well, unfortunately, that got replaced by a high-pitched Siemens Type 3 E-bell, I believe. Yeah, so looks like 314 and 105 is meeting up wrecking right now because they just said good on their sides. So yeah. Anyways, too bad that they replaced the mechanical bell, but it is what it is. Seeing lots to do that, LOL. Anyways, I'll pause it right now until 105 shows up, and after 105 goes by... Oh, 8003 north. Perfect. A Thundercat leader. Anyways, I'll pause it right now until 105 shows up, and after 105 goes by, the battle sub is going to be dead for a couple of hours until like 4:51 and stuff, so this will be the final train of this trip, LOL. Anyways, I'll pause it right now. So the next final train that I caught up today is CN Q105. Coming out of Montreal and it's heading to Vancouver. It was set by 8003. A SD70M-2 with away also sending K5ALA horn. Trailing second is 2297. And trailing third is IC 2706. And that has 148 rail cars and 442 axles. And this came at 3:14 p.m.
CN detector, Bala, 7-5. No alarms. Temperature 1, 4. C, total axles 4, 2. Speed 5, 2.
Alrighty, so the next spot I'm at is at the Green Lane Crossing at the East Gwillimbury GO Station. Mile 35.61 on the Newmarket subdivision. And this is what the fall scenery looks like. We got some color over there on this hill. Not a lot of color by the station, surprisingly. There's a little bit of color there. And this is what the view looks like facing north. Some fall color, but not really the colorful spot here. Not compared to like the up north area everywhere else I went to. So yeah, this is what the fall scenery looks like here. Anyways, we got GO 6911, which came in off Torpitt Union Station and is heading to an elevator run from GO Station in Barrie. So let's see what it has. I'll show you what it has right now. I know what it has LOL, but you will find out right now what it has. I'll pause over now. So GO 6911 that day had refurbished old cab car 213 with a radial turn, and pushing it is F89PH 564. And this is a 6-car train. And the next 2 trains were taken on Thursday, October 9th. And this pulled in at 10:56 a.m. Alrighty, the next spot is at the Walkway Crossing Newmarket. Mile 34.89 on the Newmarket subdivision. And this is what the fall scenery looks like here. So facing south, there's a little bit of fall color you can see here by around the tracks, but not too much though. And facing north, not a lot of color here. There's a little bit of leaves over there, but they haven't turned yet. So I guess I'm still a little bit too early to go to this spot LOL. There's not a lot of fall color. The main color is like right beside the parking lot and stuff. If I do come back, hopefully the leaves will be much more better. So yeah. Anyways, we're here to see Go 6521, which came out of Charter Union Station and is heading to the Bradford GO station in Bradford. So let's see what it has today. I know it has, but you guys are going to find out right now. So I'm going to pause it now. So Go 6521 that day had Cab Car 349 leading with a really awesome horn. And pushing it is F39PH 562. And this is a 6-car train. And this went by at 4:04 p.m. And if you're enjoying this so far, then please make sure you give it a really big thumbs up. So the next spot I'm at is at the 5th line crossing in Press. Mile 53.4 on the MacTiel subdivision. This is my first time coming to this spot, and here's what the fall scenery looks like. Facing south, we got some fall color you can see right beside the tracks. Right here. There's 2 tracks at this spot. The off-road track is a storage track, so it's not a siding. They usually store some freight cars here sometimes. Anyways, in facing north, we got a lot of fall color you can see here. Like, wow. This is a good shot for southbound, that's for sure. And the whole area in general is good as well. Like, this is a good spot, really quiet too, and stuff like that. And this is near Baxter as well. This is my first time seeing one of these, but Canadian Pacific Railway signs. There's another one on the other side of the tracks too. So yeah, around the Baxter area, they have them. And I'm not alone right now because I'm here with Ontario Railway Productions. Yeah. Unfortunately, I missed 2 trains, and that being 119 with a CPKC trio, and 430 which met with 119 at Baxter with a KCS leader. But when I first got to this spot, we heard that 430 was at Bolton, so I missed it unfortunately. But hopefully the MacTiel sub will pick up the action in the afternoon, hopefully, because that's what usually happens on the MacTiel sub. It's dead in the morning and then it picks up in the late afternoon. Anyways, at least we'll get some decent fall color today. Anyways, make sure you give this video a really big thumbs up if you're enjoying episode 2 of Railfanning in the Fall Season 5. Anyways, I'll pause it for now until something happens. Alright, first things first, we have a northbound highway truck heading north, you can see here. So that's probably the reason why the MacTiel sub is dead, because of a northbound highway truck. Anyways, here it comes. This went by at 10:28 a.m. and the following catches were taken on Friday, October 10th. And there it goes. Interesting how the tailgate is open. We have a upper part of a tailgate with a cap. So yeah, so that's what happens first. Hopefully we'll get some CP action later, possibly now. So the first train that I caught of the day is a late CPKC 118. Coming out of Edmonton, Alberta, and is heading to Montreal. This usually runs on a MacTeal sub early in the mornings, but for some unknown reason it was running late. It was set by CP7459, which is a tier 4 GFO, which is in the new CPKC pink scheme with a rear also sending K58 Shellhorn. And for rear DPU is CP9371, which is another GFO. And that has 142 rail cars and 436 axles. And it was going to be meeting with 113 at Bolton, which will be the next train. And this came at 1:53 p.m, so we had to wait for over 3.5 hours for it to show up. And my friend Connor was here too. Before I show you the train, here is 118 getting clearance.
One number 433 to 7459 7459 south. 3, proceed from signal 489 489 Baxter to Beacon and DTC fine Bolton. Axle 436, no alarms. Mile 48.0 out.
Alrighty, the next spot is at the Elbert Street crossing in Elliston. Mile 44.96 on the MacTier subdivision, aka mile 45, because the mile 45 mark is right beside the crossing block window you can see here. This is also my first time coming to this spot. Now it's time to show you what the fall scenery looks like. So this is a view facing north. Down there is Victoria Street, another spot I haven't been to before. There's some trees with a little bit of fall color you can see here, but however there's a lot of fall color by this parking lot here. So this is what it looks like for northbound. Or southbound, I should say. And there's a few facing south. Not a lot of trees you can see here, but there's still a little bit of fall color. And there's even a southbound signal down the track too, which is off right now. So yeah. And of course, there's a little bit of trees around the roadway and all around the area too. So that's what this spot looks like. So we got CPKC 113 lined at the VIT. It's going to be leaving shortly. It's going to be meeting with 118 at Bolton. So 113 is going to be the next train, and after that, I might just call it. It depends if there's anything else coming, so I'll pause it for now. So the next train that I caught is indeed CPKC 113. Coming out of Montreal and is heading to Coquitlam, BC. This has 3 Tier 4 G-Force, which is in the CPKC Pink scheme. And that being CP7503 with a really powerful K5HL horn. For mid DPU is CP7431, and for rear DPU is CP7491. And that has 147 rail cars and 438 axles. And it was going to be meeting with 2 southbounds at MacTier, which I didn't bother on seeing because they came too late. And by the way, this came at 4 p.m.
over. Almost set.
75, miles 46, 46 back here.
75 knot 3, 75 knot 3 north. Clear mile 46, 46, max tier, sub, is this correct? Over.
That's correct, repeat the call.
Excellent, thank you. At max tier, there's two southbounds. They've ordered a cab in hopes that you can pull high because those two need to get to Baxter for 101.
So you want us to pull all the way to the north end and straight off there?
Yeah, if you could. The southbound will be at the south end by the time you get there, so my thought is they can line in and do the pull by, and then just hop in the cab after the change off and take off.
Okay, sounds good. We'll line in hopefully, and we'll be out of there here quick.
Okay, thanks. When you get close there, the train that'll be at the south end is the 75 knot 9, if that helps you reach them at all.
Okay, we'll do 75.9, we'll do a quick travel and get close.
Okay, thank you. Artist Yoke.
48.0
max tier 16 degrees. Axle 438, no alarm. Mile 48.0 out.
Alrighty, for next and final spot in this episode is at the Chapman Street Crossing and Hall Landing. Mile 37.65 on the Newmarket subdivision. And this is what the fall scenery looks like here. So there's a little bit of fall color around basically at this property on the other side of the tracks you can see here. But around the tracks, it's not really that colorful you can see here. Not really good amount of fall colors for sure. There's a little bit of color with these bushes over there, but that's the view facing south. And then facing north, the same story. Not really a lot of fall color here too. So yeah. And there's Yonge Street. There's a little bit of fall color right over there at Yonge Street at this corner over there. But that's it for fall color. Not really a colorful shot, to be honest with you. So yeah. So anyways, that's what this fall scenery looks like here. Anyways, the train that we're going to be catching is Go 6825. It came out of Trotters Union Station and is heading to the Allendale Runford GO station in Barrie. Let's see what it has. I know what it has as usual, but you guys are going to find out. And let me tell you, it's a surprise. This is going to be a really good way to end up this episode. Anyways, I'll pause it for now. So Go 6825 was led by Refurbished old cab car 246. And this is its first run on the Barrie line. What horn does it have? Well, it has a powerful K5LA horn, just like 249. But however, this K5LA sounds much more better than 249's. It sounds really loud and powerful. Anyways, pushing the train is 606. And this is a 12-car train. And this came at 5:48 p.m. Now listen to the K5LA in the distance. Well, friends, that's gonna be it for episode 2 of Railfanning in the Fall, season 5. Hope everyone enjoyed the fall color and train action in this episode. I'm glad that I caught some decent trains too. But too bad that I didn't see that much on the MacTier sub. It was definitely more deader that day. At least I caught 2 trains on the MacTier sub, which is better than nothing. But although I definitely saw less trains compared to the time when I went to the Gold subdivision in the last episode. There I caught 3. But oh well. In the next episode of Railfanning in the Fall, I will try my best to get some more freight action. And maybe slip in some gold trains as well. And of course I'm going to try my best to get some more fall color too. So do me a favor, stay tuned for updates about episode 3. I might get it uploaded by next week as usual. That being said though, if you enjoyed episode 2, then you know what to do. Please make sure to give it a really big thumbs up. And subscribe to more videos if you haven't already. That will really help me a lot. And go subscribe to Ontario Railway Productions. And I'll share it to my friend Connor. If you want to check him out, I'll leave your links in the description when I have a chance. Anyways, until episode 3 of Railfanning in the Fall season 5 comes out, I will see you guys then. Peace out folks, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more. Have a wonderful day or evening, depends if you're watching this LOL, and that will be it for me. Bye now, and I will see you guys in episode 3. And by the way, happy Thanksgiving everyone.